Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's both urgent and alarming, the ongoing conflict between Iran and Israel. On the night of October 1st, 2024, the skies over Israel lit up, not with fireworks, but with missiles. Yes, you heard it right. Over 180 ballistic missiles were launched toward Israel, ordered directly by Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. This attack marks a significant escalation in the ongoing turmoil in the Middle East. Imagine seeing these images, craters, some as deep as 30 feet, appearing near crucial locations like the Mossad headquarters. Israel reported that their air defense systems intercepted most of the missiles, but the damage was real and the threat was undeniable. Prime Minister Netanyahu vowed retaliation, declaring, "Iran made a big mistake tonight, they will pay for it." But what led us to this moment, and could this be the spark that ignites a larger conflict? This situation didn't arise out of thin air. The current war escalated after Hamas's attack on Israel last year, which has now drawn in various players from across the region. Not only are Israel and Palestine at odds, but Lebanon, Iran, and even groups like Hezbollah and the Houthis are involved. Could we be witnessing the beginning of a new world war, as the media claims? Before the attack on October 1st, Iran was indirectly involved in this ongoing war, largely acting through its proxies like Hezbollah and the Houthis. But things took a sharp turn on April 14th, when Iran issued an official statement saying they would retaliate if their interests, assets, or people were attacked by Israel. This wasn't just a threat, it was a clear signal that Iran was prepared to escalate the conflict. Fast forward to September, and tensions reached new heights. On the 17th of September, there was the infamous pager attack, where multiple Hezbollah operatives were killed after their pager devices exploded. Just days later, on the 25th of September, Hezbollah's missile unit leader was assassinated, followed by the death of IRGC Brigadier General Abbas Nilfarushan in an airstrike that targeted Hezbollah's main headquarters in Lebanon. Despite these significant losses, Hezbollah continued launching rockets towards Israel, showing that the group remains a formidable force, backed heavily by Iran. Let's get into the numbers. Just a few months prior, on April 13, 2024, more than 300 drones and missiles were launched at Israel in one of the largest attacks in years. You might be thinking, wait, this happened before. Exactly. This isn't the first time Iran has taken aim at Israel this year. To put things into perspective, this was the first direct attack on Israel by another country since the Gulf War in 1991. But why did Iran decide to attack? Iran isn't just attacking, it's retaliating. Back in April, Israel conducted an airstrike in Syria, killing several Iranian officers. Imagine a country losing its military leaders, of course, they would want to retaliate. This complicated game of tit-for-tat is a major factor in the escalation we see today. Israel's missile defense systems, like the Iron Dome and Arrow systems, are incredibly effective. The Iron Dome intercepts short-range rockets, while the David Sling is designed for medium-range threats. But what about long-range missiles? This is where the Arrow system comes into play. Arrow 3 can detect threats from up to 2,400 kilometers away. Impressive, right? But there's a catch. Running these defense systems is incredibly expensive. One interception missile can cost upwards of $50,000. In the April attack alone, Israel reportedly spent $200 million in a single day. This raises a crucial question: how long can Israel sustain this level of expenditure against an escalating threat? Iran's missiles are equally terrifying. With state-of-the-art technology, they have developed hypersonic ballistic missiles that travel at speeds up to 18,000 kilometers per hour, 15 times the speed of sound. Imagine the devastation they can cause in minutes. Many confuse rockets and missiles, but they are fundamentally different. Rockets are generally smaller and less precise, while ballistic missiles can hit exact locations and are massive, often as tall as a 3-story building. This technological edge makes the situation even more terrifying. To understand this conflict, we need to talk about the players involved. Iran is not acting alone, it supports various militant groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon and the Houthis in Yemen. These groups, often called Iran's proxies, are crucial in the ongoing struggle against Israel. Hezbollah is particularly notorious, as it is one of the most heavily armed non-state groups in the world, having been formed in response to Israeli actions in Lebanon. But the stakes are even higher. The ongoing war in Gaza has displaced millions, leading to accusations of genocide. How do we reconcile the past atrocities with the present conflict? Even high-profile figures, like Jewish filmmaker Jonathan Glazer, have spoken out against the suffering inflicted on innocents. His Oscar-winning film sheds light on how history can be weaponized, and it's a reminder that real lives are caught in the crossfire. Now, let's talk about the implications. If this continues, could we be on the brink of World War III? While some media outlets scream that we are, it's essential to understand that this isn't the first instance of conflict in the region. It's a tangled web of alliances, grievances, and retaliations that has lasted for decades. Hezbollah, a powerful militant group formed in 1985, has declared its intent to eradicate Western influence from Lebanon and destroy Israel. It holds substantial power within Lebanon and has clashed with Israel multiple times. And guess what? It's backed by Iran. The cycle of violence is not just between two countries, but involves a complex web of alliances that could easily spiral out of control. On the other hand, the Houthis in Yemen have also become involved, receiving support from Iran. The Houthis have disrupted trade routes in the Red Sea, causing losses in the range of $1 trillion. The conflict is not just confined to Israel and Palestine, it is a wider struggle for influence in the region. Another crucial factor in the escalating tensions between Iran and Israel is the involvement of international powers. The United States has been a steadfast ally of Israel, providing military aid and advanced technology to bolster its defense systems. Conversely, Iran has received backing from Russia and China, creating a stark divide in international relations. The situation is further complicated by the historical context of the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, which aimed to limit Iran's nuclear capabilities in exchange for lifting economic sanctions. The deal's collapse in 2018 under the Trump administration heightened tensions, allowing Iran to accelerate its nuclear program. As nations like the US, Russia, and China take sides, the risk of a broader conflict grows, with each power potentially dragging others into the fray. The fear of nuclear escalation is palpable, making this not just a regional issue but a global one. Despite these tensions, the international community, including the United Nations, has struggled to mediate effectively. Statements from world leaders often fall flat, failing to address the root causes of the conflict. In this environment, where countries threaten and retaliate, innocent civilians suffer the most. As we wrap up, let's reflect on a powerful quote from Mahatma Gandhi: "An eye for an eye ends up making the whole world blind." If we want to prevent this conflict from spiraling out of control, we need to pursue peace and dialogue. Wars are often fueled by powerful arms manufacturers who profit from chaos. We must question the systems that perpetuate this violence. So, what do you think? Can diplomacy work in such a volatile region? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analyses. Together, let's explore the truth behind the headlines. Thanks for watching, and remember, the world needs more understanding and less division. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.